Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, August 26th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. And with 75 minutes to go prior to the opening, pretty quiet in SPY, ES, Russell. As you can see, triple Qs getting a couple of prints now, below yesterday's low, closer to Tuesday's low. Now, what's going on here pretty much is going to change probably a pretty good bit come 8:30 once the GDP comes out. So let's go over some destinations and game plans for both those scenarios, plus Jackson Holes starting today. So right now, again, on the upside, we have 449.06, which was 9 wide from yesterday, and then my overnight high is 449.07, a penny above that, and 449.46, yesterday's high and all-time high. For the downside, we did have a price probe at 449.37, G's high. Again, it's being rejected as of now, but things can change tremendously. Then we had the single prints, double distribution day, 448.71 to 54. Yesterday's low, 447.77. 447.42 daily low from the prior day. Overnight low, 447. Single prints, 446.70 to 38 from the 23rd, and then 445.14 daily low, and then filling the gap at 443.71. That's a 143 point gap. So game plan for now, for 8:30, for 9:30. Right now, we've been trading basically between the lower end of the upper distribution and the upper end of the lower distribution. Really just chopping as the market tries to find what it wants to do. If you're to open either now or at 9:30, if you're to push back, you want to take a call play again against the single prints, you can do that. I would be out below D's low. Any acceptance into the lower distribution from yesterday, and there's a good chance you can go test yesterday's low and possibly stop the one-time framing up in the daily. On the flip side, if you're to push up and get anywhere near G's high or yesterday's high, where there were buyers yesterday, I would look to take a short play the first time against both where the price probe was and yesterday's high. Again, those are early plays. Until they prove they can take out yesterday's high and get legs again and test the 450 level, I would short that up there. And again, down here where there were buyers, I would take a trade the first time there. Now, in the next 75 minutes, if we are to open below C's high and in the lower distribution, any push up, I would take a put play against C's high to see now if they want to stay in the lower distribution. And the same thing, if we had a gap lower, depending on the size of the gap, I'd take a put play against yesterday's low, out if that gap was to fill. And again, in the next 75 minutes, if we're to gap higher, we take a call play depending on the size of the gap against yesterday's high, and more importantly, the price probe I would use as my out if we were to come back into it. So those are really early plays. Volume right now, let's go to the chart. Volume's pretty light to start the day. No surprise. Right now we're at 138,000, very light, but again, there's 75 minutes to go. I'll just show you the daily. All three time frames are up. So the first thing, if you're a bear, is you have to bring the daily into balance. To do that, you have to take out yesterday's low. If you don't do that, it continues to one time frame up, which we've been doing for 4 days. Be prepared today when Jackson Hole starts, and especially tomorrow, which we'll talk about again as it comes to its conclusion, because you can certainly get some pretty good volatility out of what comes out of that meeting. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.